Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we're going to go through some of these trade options, and I'm very confusion right now. Do I fix up my forward line, or do I bring in the bargain basement midfielders out there? I'm very confusion. Just calm it down. And we're also going to go through all these forwards in detail. The ones that are possibly top six. Which ones are they? Okay, we're going to have a look at them and then see what we can come up with. A big shout out to Darren Shepherd, a good friend on Twitter. Also, one of our regulars on our channel, has been with us since day dot. Now, a great supporter of this channel, and he says here, love your work, best thing since Jock Reynolds, just coming down. And once again, thank you to the legend, Darren Shepherd. Now, we look at our team, okay, now also we look at some options. What are we going to do this week, okay? Now, Port Adelaide's got Sweet. We know we want to bring in Sweet, okay? That's everybody should be bringing in some Sweets this week. So, Sweet is on the agenda. Now, are we going to bring in Sweet via Naismith or via Sherry is the other question. Now, Sweet plays on the Thursday, okay? Naismith plays on the Sunday. We're not going to know if Naismith, especially if he's in the extended bench, if he's going to play or not. So, even if we trade out Naismith, bring in Sweet and do this trade, okay? Let's say we've done this trade. Alright, we've done this trade. We put the emergency on Sweet, see what he scores. Let's say he scores a 50, okay? And we don't like it. We say he's not good. So then what do? Then we can just continue with Sherry's on the field, okay? That's what I'm thinking. However, once we trade out Naismith, and if Sweet goes, let's say a 100 or even an 80, I'll even take an 80. If it goes an 80, then I would trade out Sherry, okay, and then I will bring in the Naismith back. So let's put Naismith in here. Okay, Naismith comes back. But here's where the problem is, okay? Let's complete this trade. So let's say during the week, on the Thursday night, we traded out Naismith, okay? We brought in Sweet. We put Sweet on as emergency. He scored a 150, let's say, okay, 150, all right? He scored the 150. Naismith now we bring back because we want to take that 150. But what if Naismith is named to play against Freo? We have to take Naismith's score and miss it under 150. That's why what we're going to do is we're going to trade out we're going to trade out Sherry for Sweet. It's going to be a Sherry and a Sweet. That's going to be the only way to do it. Okay, so Sherry out and Sweet in. Now, what do we do with all our cash? Now, all 456k of our cash. What do we do with it now? Do we fix up, for example, all right, we take out Cadman. Yeah, Cadman goes out and Flanders comes in. All right, do we do this trade? By doing this trade, let's see our team. Well, let's say we've done this trade. Now, let's optimize our team. Optimized. We've now got we're assuming that Powell is going to play in the midfield. Because if Powell's not playing in the midfield, I'm actually going to trade Powell out, okay? But let's just assume that Powell plays in the midfield, and we've taken Cadman out. And how do we know if Powell's going to play in the midfield? You may be asking this question right now. You must be thinking, how's he going to know, okay? Because we don't know. I mean, Powell's going to play on the Saturday, okay? Now, he's got that 4:30 game. We're going to look at the team sheets, okay? And we never trust team sheets. But this time, I'm going to gamble on these team sheets. If Will Phillips is not playing, okay, it's a good sign that Powell could be the one who's going to play in the midfield. Also, on the team sheets last week, Powell was named as a forward, and he played as a forward. So I'm going to look at the team sheets and see where they're going to name Powell. If they name Powell in the midfield, even though we don't trust team sheets, I'm actually going to back the team sheet in and say Powell is going to play in that midfield. I'm going to trust the coach. Just coming down. Now, Flanders. The problem with Flanders, okay, his break-even is 116. I can get him next week or the week after. There shouldn't be a rush to get in right now. At 116 break-even, why am I rushing? You may be asking this question. Well, if I don't get Flanders, okay, who do I get? Okay, let's take Flanders out in the forward line. Let's go to the forward line now. Average. Okay. Heaney's good. Well, I'm not after a key forward. Although, key forwards, let's have a look. What's McKay's break-even? Where is it? I'm not used to this new app. Okay, it's 79. Now, what are his season stats? What has he scored this year? They're not that bad, actually. 130, 112, 137. The bad games are 75 and 73, which are really good games at the moment, okay? I mean, Mackay could actually be a good option, okay? 130, 112, 137, 75, 73, 101, and 93. That's not too bad. It's definitely, you don't have to get him this week, but who does he play next? Let's have a look at his draw. Well, they're not easy games either. I mean, Melbourne could be a bit easier, but Melbourne's defence is pretty strong. Sydney's strong. Gold Coast, Port Adelaide. I mean, it's not like he's got an easy draw coming up. The easy draw's already gone. Okay, that was Richmond, North Melbourne, Freo, Adelaide. That was the easy draw for him. Although he did score 101 against GWS and 93 against Geelong. So, I mean, he can score high or low, Mackay, all right? But we're not interested in a key forward at the moment. Probably later on we might be interested. Luke Jackson. All right, let's have a look at Luke Jackson. His latest, what's his break-even for starters? Break-even is 120, okay? Now, when was the last time he got a 120? Okay, let's have a look at what he's been scoring. His last 5 scores, 76, 90, 72, 91, 98. If you don't count the first 2 games, take the 178, just take the 178 out against North Melbourne. That average isn't that good. His 5-round average is very ordinary. Okay, that's low. That's about an 85, and you're paying $500K for an 85 averaging player. That's too much, and I think that's his average, 85. So Luke Jackson, I will be interested in, but at around about 420K. I don't want to pay $500K for Luke Jackson. So that's a pass. Next up, we got Zorko, who scored a 56 last week, and that was scary stuff. Okay, now, we avoided that trap, but we ended up with another trap in McRae, but we still got more points. We got 25 extra points last week from it, or 23. So, Zorko, it's a big watch now. Okay, wait and see. Elliot Himmelberg for Adelaide scored a 98. Had CBAs and ruck time. All right, so Himmelberg is a watch. Even though he's 234K, I like Himmelberg more than I liked Comben. Okay, so at 234K, I actually may be interested in Himmelberg, although not this week. Maybe next week. Okay, we're going to watch him again and see what he can do. Now, Jake Waterman is in great form, but this is form of his life. Okay, so not interested in Jake Waterman. Curnow, I'd rather get the other boy from Carlton, not Curnow. Although Curnow is averaging more, probably 96.1. Mackay's averaging more, but Mackay's cheaper. Now work that one out. Okay, anyway, let's go down. Shai Bolton, I'm interested in. Very interested in Shai Bolton, but not now. When he's 450K, he'll drop. That's 67. One more of these low scores, and his price gets plummeted. Jeremy Cameron, the point is with the forward line this year, it's going to have to be different to most other years, okay? with our forward line, we're going to need 7 forwards, okay? Not 6. 6 won't cut it. You need 7. And you need one of these forwards not to play, okay? Now, we've got plenty of options there. We've got Darcy, Yon, and Garcia. For sure, one of these is not going to play, okay, eventually. When that happens, we're just going to loop the 7 forwards. Whichever one has the worst score every week, obviously stays on the bench. So that's the plan. And that's the only way to play with the forward line. Now, you got Nat Fife and Harley Reid as options. Now, Nat Fife, I just don't know. Okay, I don't want to spend this much on Nat Fife. What's his season stats? He could break down at any time. I mean, he's got an 81, an 89. I remember this 89, he was on like 60-odd three-quarter time when he got this 89. Got the big game, the 119. He's never going to do that again. Okay, he had 40 touches. Okay, very rarely do you see 40 touches. I'm probably going to pass on Fife. He's a gun. Okay, if I had him at 280k or 300k, 100% I get him. But at 430k now it's too much. Okay, I can't pay this money. Myers, no. Harley Reid. Let's have a look at Harley Reid. Season stats. All right, what was his scoring? I mean, you got scores here of a 78, 63, and a 54. Okay, these two big scores, they're not going to happen every week. If we can get back to these scores also, so I'd rather if you're going to pay 400k, I'd rather get Shai Bolton at 450k when he drops, then get a Harley Reid at 400k. So probably Harley Reid's out of the question for me, even though he's a Jet. Okay, probably out. Archie Perkins. Season stats. Let's have a look. 124, 73, 66, 9. He's virtually same as Harley Reid, same thing, okay? And it's actually the same price. So now the consistency is dead. It's finished. Dylan Moore, okay? Now I looked at Dylan Moore. I looked at him close, okay? Now this is what I come up with. Actually, let's get to Dylan Moore's heat maps. Now Dylan Moore, okay, CBAs 8%, 21%. Where is it, Dylan Moore? No, 15%, 27%, 32%. They're not bad. Let's go to his heat maps, all right? And they're all in the half forward line and a bit of midfield with Dylan Moore. Only one small problem with Dylan Moore, okay? And this is what I found. He's going to be very inconsistent. Besides this last game he played, the 136 he got, which was a huge game, 15% CBAs, 1 goal, 1. He had 25 disposals. He's never had 25 disposals for a long time. The last time his best was 27. That was 2023, and that game he scored a 102. Okay, so it's not that high. So this score of 136 is huge. I don't expect this every week from him. Last week he scored a 116. He kicked 4 goals. He's not kicking 4 goals every week, okay? He kicked 1 goal the previous week. He got a 56. He kicked 3 goals the week before that, got a 98, and 3 goals is not easy to kick either. When he got 0 goals the week before that, he scored a 59. When he kicked 0 goals the week before that, he scored a 44, and he's paying for Hawthorn just coming down. So, with Flanders, even though I really, really want Flanders in, okay, his break-even is still at 116, and we went through all the forwards, and there's nothing that really excites me right now. I mean, the only one that I really liked last week was McRae for value, but even he's not exciting me right now. Although McRae, once Libba comes back, should do a lot better than what he did last week. So McRae, I'm still happy with. Although Flanders sort of gets that 40 off the field, so it sort of helps. And as you can see, when I get Flanders in, let me just show you something. All right, let's complete these trades. All right, complete trades, and they're already completed. If I do, I'll cancel. What's going on here? Just trying to work this out. Okay, so if I do optimize now, where's optimize? Optimize. Okay, it's already optimized. The projection is 24.96. If I undo these trades, take Flanders out, and let's get back. Let's bring a midfielder instead. All right, what happens with my team. Now, back to Sherry and Sweet is 100%, okay? Now, let's say we bring in, let's say we take our Camis out, move Klossy or Messi into the back line, and let's bring in a midfielder. Now, we've got a lot of options now, okay? Heaps of options. You've got Anderson, Laird, Miller. Now, Laird's break-even is at 99, okay? It says 58% chance he'll get it. I think there's a higher chance than 58%. So Laird is an option. And Laird looks like he's got that old rollback. He had 20 contested possessions on the weekend, and that's back to his best. So I'm very happy with Laird if I bring him in. Okay, and here's my target. Also, round 15 bye. He's ideal. The next option, and that's on everyone's lips right now, is Jordan Dawson. Okay, now, Dawson has a 24 break even. Okay, now the chance is 98% he'll get it. How is it not 100%? I have no idea. Okay, but it's at 98%. And if he scores, actually, let's go back here. Season stats. If he scores, let's say 104, he goes up 36k, and then he's unattainable. It's now or never with Dawson. The only thing that's stopping me from getting Dawson, okay, and I'll show you something. Okay, this is Dawson's heat maps. Actually, let's go to Dawson. Now, Dawson's last year. Okay, I want to go show you Dawson last year. A big game. Okay, the MCG game. All right, this game here, 149. Okay, this is Dawson's heat map from last year in the midfield. That's a Dawson heat map. Okay, that's a beautiful heat map from Dawson last year. I'll show you another heat map from Dawson. A big score. All right, 127. This is Dawson's heat map last year. Okay, it looks very nice. Okay, this is beautiful. However, let's go to Dawson at the start of the year, okay, round 1. This was only an 82, all right, but it's not the point. It's where he played. Round 1. Again, midfield, okay. Dawson's heat map last week when he scored that 168, all right. Have a look at this now. That's Dawson's heat map on that 168. That's on the wing. Okay, you can tell me whatever you want. You can tell me he's playing midfield. You can tell me anything you want to tell me. I'm telling you, that's on the wing, okay? He is playing in the midfield. I agree. But then he's moving to the wing and half back, okay? Now, last week, Dawson. Now, where's he playing? Okay, are you telling me he's playing in the midfield? He's there, in midfield, okay? That's where he starts. And then he moves to the wing. He's getting all his kicks from this wing into the forward line, which is probably why his kicks are more accurate now. Because when he kicks it long, past 40 metres, and if it's not intercepted, it becomes a 50-50. And so they give it to him as a efficient kick. So that's why his kick efficiency has gone up. Nothing has changed, to be honest, okay? Except he's kicking longer now. Whereas in the midfield, he wasn't bombing it. But when you're on the wing, you can bomb it a bit more, okay? In central. So he's now playing literally on that wing. And I'm not a big fan of wingers, okay? You know that. So I'm going to pass on Dawson. It's actually not for me. He actually looks good on that wing. However, if you go to Laird now, okay, let's go to Laird, okay, AFL Supercoach. Let's go Supercoach points. Let's go CBAs, okay, CBAs. If you go to Laird, let's go Laird's. Let's go look at Laird's last week's game. All right, the game that he played last week. Because this game, when he scored his 149, where did Laird play? That's where Laird played, on the wing. This is the position I like, okay? In the guts, in the midfield. He's not on that wing side. This is why I like Laird so much more than I like Dawson. And this is why I'm going to go with Laird. The only problem now becomes, if I go with Laird now, okay, this week, I'm not really fixing any problems in that forward line. However, Laird has a break even of 99. He could potentially score the same as Flanders. Okay, if they score the same thing, Flanders, there's not much difference in price. I lose about 7k. If Laird goes 150 and Flanders goes 100, then there's a difference in the score. However, that still doesn't make a difference. I'll show you why. Even if that happens, because my projected score, when I optimize it, before it was 24.96, I lose 30 points with Laird scoring 104. Okay, I lose 30 points there because my forward line is scoring a lot of low scores. Okay, I'm getting these 60s and 57s. All right, when I had Flanders in, this 57's gone. And instead of having the Laird's 104 here, I get Graham's 70, or I get Messi's 84. Actually, I get Messi's 84 there. So that improves. So for me, the best thing, point-wise, is to bring in Flanders. That's my best bet. Okay, and there's no other way about it. I have to get Flanders this week, and I have to bring in Laird next week. So my final trades this week, as I mentioned before, it's going to be Sherry and Cadman out, and Sweet and Flanders in. Simply because even if Laird scores a 140, okay, it's going to be equivalent to Flanders scoring a 110 when it comes to points on field for me. So I'm happy to just take Flanders and get that Cadman off the field. So that's the trades, okay? There'll be 8 trades. We'll have 165k left for next week. And next week, the boy that we're going to bring in is going to be Laird. That's our target. Then we'll have to work out what we're going to do with Crouch. Whether we turn Crouch into Petrarca is a big possibility. Okay, so that's and then possibly even or even maybe move Roberts out. Okay, push Martin into defence and bring Petrarca this way, okay? Or Parrish, or whoever else I'm going to bring in. Okay, so we'll work it out next week. Our next target, all right? I was actually targeting Steele. I want these round 15 bye players. Unfortunately, Steele looks injured now. Okay, so that's not going to happen. Because when it gets to the bye rounds, round 15, we don't have many options. Or I'm going to get Libba. Probably target Libba as a round 15 bye player. And that'll be my next other option. Most likely it's going to be Libba now as my last upgrade. And then Crouch maybe into Petrarca. Okay, so Libba and Petrarca to come into this midfield with Crouch going to leave. That's the plan now to fix the rest of this team up. Plus Laird. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important. But it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.